So I remember back when I was a teenager, I actually had problems with low T and subsequently ED. And this was well before I'd ever done any research on testosterone, let alone before I was even aware of how important it was in men. The ED itself is humiliating and emasculating. And when I finally figured out my issue with the tumor, I went on to use the protocol that I have in this book, Master Your T, to naturally increase my T levels up to 1200 nanograms per deciliter. My ED obviously completely disappeared. That was a long time ago, and since then I've really learned how to cure ED fast. We're doing a handful of simple things, and we're gonna talk about those in this video right now. All of the information in today's video, plus much more, can be found in my book, Master Your T. Visit masteryourt.com for a free digital download of the book. $20 in value, absolutely free for you. So first off, let's go into a little bit about what erectile dysfunction is. So erectile dysfunction is when a man has a continuous problem getting an erection sufficient enough to penetrate in sexual intercourse. Now, if you have erectile dysfunction, most men have been in a situation where they have a hard time getting it up. And this can be for a bunch of different reasons. So if you're here because you've had this problem once or twice, you can't assume that you have erectile dysfunction in general. If this is regular and you can't achieve satisfactory sexual experience, then you're probably experiencing symptoms of erectile dysfunction, not just symptoms of being drunk or lack of attraction. You also probably want to learn how to cure your erectile dysfunction naturally. So learning how to cure erectile dysfunction naturally means not taking any pharmaceuticals that are advertised in commercials along with a couple holding hands in a bathtub or at the beach. We're talking about Viagra and Cialis and that sort of thing. Now, a random fact about Viagra is Viagra has actually saved the lives of many tigers. Asian poachers harvest tiger bones and sell them for use as medicine. So one of the functions of tiger bone in medicine was curing erectile dysfunction. Since Viagra has been invented, they've been using less tiger. So let's take a look about what we're gonna discuss in this section about erectile dysfunction. So natural cures for ED are optimizing your testosterone, training for erections, yes, there's a way to do that, eating for erections, staying on a good sleep schedule, stop smoking, be smart about your alcohol consumption, and check your medications. Another couple ideas might be to try some acupuncture, ingest these couple potent natural remedies, and drink these two juices, pomegranate and watermelon. We're gonna talk more about all this, starting with raising your testosterone. Now, raising your testosterone is vital to your sex drive. You might be thinking, my sex drive's strong, I just can't fulfill the wishes caused by my sex drive. Although normal T levels are not required to maintain a normal erection, if your testosterone levels dip low enough, that can be the cause of your erectile dysfunction. A lot of these natural cures for erectile dysfunction are also good ways to raise your T levels naturally. So in terms of exercising for erections, so exercise gets the blood flow moving, which is clearly important for getting blood into your nether region. Exercise is a good way to prevent the onset of erectile dysfunction, but you can also reverse the effects if you are experiencing the symptoms. Running actually lowers your testosterone levels and can raise cortisol and stress on the body. So the last thing you want to do when you're struggling with ED is put more stress on the body. You want to do weight training. I recommend using Thor protocol or Keno body programs because they're awesome in terms of their design for this sort of thing. Also, another thing that you might have heard of is moving your pelvic regions around your penis. It's a great way to increase continence. According to this study, doing Kegel exercises can help with erectile dysfunction. So your diet's super important for helping your erectile dysfunction. You want a bunch of micronutrients, you want the right macronutrients, you want to eat the right foods on a regular basis. Both exercise and diet have been proven important for preventing erectile dysfunction because studies show that a man with a 42-inch waist is 50% more likely to have erectile dysfunction than a man with a 32-inch waist. Now, in terms of sleeping and making sure you're on a good sleep schedule, there was a study published by Brain Research in 2011 where results showed that men who did not have a consistent sleep schedule have problems maintaining normal or high testosterone levels. The results also showed that hormonal depletion is a cause of sexual dysfunction. So if you don't have a bedtime, then you need to get one. Go to sleep and wake up on a consistent basis at the same time. The amount of quality sleep that you get is super important as well. A good way to know whether your sleep is good or not is to simply stop using an alarm. Do a week where you're testing the amount of sleep that you need to wake up without an alarm and feel good in the morning. So if you're still tired after your normal waking time, don't go back to sleep. Make up for the lost sleeping time by taking a short, under 30-minute nap throughout the day. This is the best kind of sleep that you can get in order to maintain solid testosterone levels. Now, next up, you definitely want to consider quitting smoking if you have ED. So ED can be a result of a vascular disease. The process occurs when the blood that is supposed to go to the penis is restricted due to narrowing arteries. Not only smoking tobacco, but also smokeless tobacco can narrow the arteries and restrict the blood vessels necessary to get an erection. If you smoke, this is possibly the cause of your erectile dysfunction. If the dysfunction is bothering you, consider quitting the habit to get your erections back. Now, next up, you might just want to consider stopping drinking so much. Everyone has heard the term whiskey dick, and you know that alcohol can cause temporary sexual dysfunction, but alcohol is a powerful depressant, and high exposure to alcohol on a regular basis can result in full-blown erectile dysfunction. To add to these concerns, alcohol does a great job lowering your testosterone in high amounts, so you definitely want to consider drinking less. Next up, check your medications actually. Erectile dysfunction can be a common side effect of a whole lot of different pharmaceutical medications. So medications that have been known to cause erectile dysfunction are antidepressants, blood pressure medicine, diuretics, beta blockers, heart medications, cholesterol medications, antipsychotic drugs, hormone drugs, corticosteroid, chemotherapy, and medications even for male pattern baldness. So look at your specific medications that you take and ask your doctor if your erectile dysfunction could be a result of the medication that you're taking. Another thing that has been shown to help is actually acupuncture. So this is a possible remedy for ED. According to this study, acupuncture can improve the quality of your erection and cured ED in 39% of the participants. So go get poked with some needles if you're having trouble poking your needle. Like I was talking about before, you should avoid using synthetic pharmaceutical drugs to cure your ED. Well, that route might lead to results in the short term. You're never actually going to address the underlying health reason that you actually have ED in the first place. What's worse is that these drugs like Viagra have a host of negative side effects that go along with it, like headache, diarrhea, UTIs, painful erections that last for hours at a time, and lowering blood pressure to unsafe levels, especially if taken with other sort of like blood thinning drugs. Luckily, there are natural alternatives for improving ED that have been proven to be scientifically effective through peer-reviewed research and trials. Even better, these safe natural alternatives don't share the negative side effects of their medically prescribed counterparts. Here are a few of them. Horse chestnut extract, which is also known as Achilis hippocanastrum, actively works to improve venous circulation, which in turn results in better blood flow to the penis. So pine bark extract, which is also called pycnogenol, has a plethora of science backing it up in terms of its effects for blood flow. It works to naturally increase the levels of nitric oxide and induce cardioprotective effects that help improve ED. Vitamin C is also great. It increases NO in the body, and that also protects certain molecules that you need. So the combo of garlic and vitamin C actually can lower blood pressure and increase this blood flow up to 200% immediately. So the best way to effectively improve ED forever is through naturally fixing these deficiencies that are actually causing the problem in the first place. The only way to get the benefits of these herbal alternatives offer is by using a supplement that's scientifically proven and has these ingredients in it at effective dosages, like the ones that you can find in Redwood by Umzu. So ginseng is also known as the herbal Viagra. It's been used to improve sexual function in men for centuries. Taking high doses of L-arginine is another good option. It's been known to widen the blood vessels in the penis, which can stimulate blood flow and cure erectile dysfunction. Yohimbe is another popular one taken from the bark of an African tree. It's been known to cure ED. However, there are risky side effects with using this that are well known. So another thing that you might want to try is drinking pomegranate or watermelon juice. Now these are two juices that you can drink that'll help with the ED. A component of watermelon called L-citrulline, when eaten in high amounts, can increase blood flow to the penis. Although no proof exists for pomegranate juice helping with the erectile dysfunction, results from a 2007 study showed that the relationship between the two was promising. Researchers are pretty confident that larger scale studies will prove its legitimacy in aiding men with ED. Now, not only are these juices easy and good tasting natural treatments for ED, but they also have alternative health benefits. I'd highly recommend that anybody drink these juices regardless. So if you like this video, if you're interested in learning more about how to naturally increase your testosterone without using drugs, then I recommend you check out Master Your T. If you go to masteryourt.com right now, actually, I'm giving this whole book away for free. All you gotta do is go over there, enter your email. You get this entire book, which is over 500 pages, 882 scientific references, teaching you exactly everything you need to do to increase your testosterone levels naturally. And you also get a $5 off coupon for Testro X, which is my testosterone supplement from Umzu. So it's a pretty sweet deal. And you can find that over at masteryourt.com. If you like this video, you want to see more like it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next video.